In this tutorial, we're going to look at a data structure called stacks and run a demonstration. So remember that a stack is like a list. Well, it is a list, and it has a tail end where you put in the last item and take out that item first. So it looks like a stack of books. It has an operation called push, which will add an item to the top of the stack. And then the pop operation will take that same item and remove it. And so the first in is the last out. So let's do some coding here. I'm going to make a new project in Eclipse, and let's call it Play Stack. And then in my project area, I'm going to create a new class, and that class will have a main method, and it will also be called Play Stack. So the first thing to do here is to create a data structure called stack. So stack, and I'm going to make this a stack of strings, and I'm going to call it my books. You'll notice that we have to do the importing. Let's use Java util as the library. You'll notice here in my example that I use the lowercase string when I meant to use uppercase string. So these items inside here have to be the object of a string, not the lowercase value. All right, so now let's go ahead and use mybooks.push. And so we'll add 4 books to our stack that we're going to read. So now let's go to the idea of printing. So system out print line, and I'm going to show you the entire stack of books. Then let's print the size of the stack, which will tell us how many books are in the stack, and then finally let's peek at the top of the stack and see which book is next to read. Now let's go ahead and add one more book. The one that you want to read first, obviously, it's on top, and it's called Data Structures and Algorithms in Java. Okay, so now I'm going to create a special function, and I'm going to name it print_stack_info. What this will do is it'll take the standard 3 things that I printed, the size of the stack and then the contents of the stack and the next book to read in the stack, and I'm going to encapsulate them into a function here, and so that way I can recall this function multiple times. So I will print the stack info after the first 4 books have been added, and then I'm going to print it again after the last book has been added. Let's go ahead and run this now, and we should see it print twice. So you can see that the stack size was 4 to begin with, and then it was 5 after I added the book. The next book to read, first of all, was Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. Then the top item in the stack is Algorithms and Data Structures. Okay, so now let's take some books off the stack. So we've read the required reading, and then the next book down and the next book down. So we've removed 3 books using the pop command. And then I'll use print_stack_info again, and let's see what happens. So now I am down to only 2 books in the stack, and my next book to read is Animal Farm. So let's take a look at the requirements of what I'd like you to print here. So we want to have a stack of integers, a stack of strings, and looks like that's pretty much it. So test out your stack abilities with another stack. Use the peek and pop and push and size elements to test your stack out.